Hello ladies and gentlemen, and today we are going to be reviewing RB Battle event, and also the Ready Player 2. So the event is about popular Roblox YouTubers battling for championship, but I won't go too in depth into that, so I'll just start off with the sword quests. So the first sword, DJ Sword of Agility, takes place in Roblox, which is a Guitar Hero like game. And the way of getting this is so cancerous for me, but I eventually got the sword due to generous users. So the second sword is Sabrina's sword in Roblox Piggy. You need to press buttons and go to a different map and use keys to open a wall. You will need friends to do this, by the way, but it took me an hour and a half because of generous people. So the third and final sword is Russo's sword, which takes place in Build a Boat. You have to go in this waterfall and then do this code thingy, then put a level and then go in a teleporter, which teleports you to a boss battle. The boss battle itself was mediocre, but this is 10 times funner than the last two. Now that we got the swords out of the way, let's talk about RB Battle event. So you need to find these badges from different games to get the grand prize. I won't go too much into the badges, so here is a list based off difficulty. Once you get most of the badges, half of the chain would open up, which is pretty cool. Once you got all the badges, you will get the winner wings. The winner wings looks like a Bakugan part, but regardless it still looks cool. Before we go any further, you need to complete a series of steps to get the sword shrine. You will get a cool badge and also you will need it along with the wings. So once you have the shrine, a portal comes up and you can ride the ship. Once you ride the ship inside the portal, you'll be greeted with a mini boss battle. The boss at first was pretty challenging, but it gets easier once you battle it more. And also it got nerfed. Once you beat the boss, you'll be teleported into an MTRB battle minigames place where you have to find codes and decode it to find the games that you have to pick in order. It also got nerfed. Once you put the games in order, it'll open and you'll do a mini RB leading up to a classroom where you have to take a test about the RB battles. Fun fact, I cheated.
Flash dismissed.
Hurry! You're going to be late to the final battle!
The clips basically explains it. So you have to do a RB and you'll be in a room filled with doors. Choose the right one and you have to go through these vents leading to
Moment you've all been battlers? What are you doing here?
So the boss battle is the hosts, where you will face up against multiple RB battle contestants ranging from Ashley to Creek. Once you finish the bosses, you have to do ABs once again. Well, 2 to be exact. Once you're done with the ABs, a familiar voice will shout, "That's enough."
Enough is enough! They earned this trophy fair and square. Here, enter this portal.
And you will go inside a portal and you will walk up a stairway to heaven. Or seems like a stairway to heaven. Well, you will go into a ride which has some good effort put into the ride. Once you're done with the ride, you will be greeted with every developer and YouTuber in RB battles. And you will be rewarded by none other than Party, and you will get the Antlers of Honor.
You've earned it!
Now that we're done with RB Battles event, let's talk about the Ready Player 2 event. So the Ready Player 2 event started with a live event, which I think is pretty cool. So the first game that takes place in Ready Player 2 event is Bee Swarm Simulator. So in order to get the How to Program hat, you need to do a series of objectives from remembering letters to matching codes. Overall a challenging objective for a simple looking item. So the How to Program hat is a pretty decent looking item. I wouldn't personally wear this, but it would go well with a few outfits. So the next item takes place in Roblox Piggy. You will need a couple friends or people who know what they're doing, cause it took me a while to get the items. The items you will get is the Crown of Madness and 2 outfits to accompany it, which I think is worth it. So the next item takes place in Roblox in high school. You have to sit on a chair before 8:05 AM and then you have a key. You use the key to open a secret room with a portal. This portal leads you to RB. The RB itself is pretty challenging, especially with no checkpoints, which is something that stressed me badly. The prize bombastic necklace is a unique item, especially for a Roblox event. So the next item takes place in Babboosness. You have to use a code that gives you a VR item and you need to use that to find 4 symbols that resembles a unicorn once put together. After you find this, you will be teleported to a whole separate game. Once you are teleported, you have to shoot a bunch of zombies until you reach the end. Basically Phantom Forces zombie but more improved. The item that you get is 1x1x1x1's teapot and 2 outfits. Certainly a bizarre name for a bizarre event item. So the next item takes place in Sharkbite, and you have to touch some boy and hit a cracked rock as a shark. Once you do that you'll be met with a clownfish. So some steps and you'll get an emerald. Use the emerald on the telescope and there will be a portal. Once you go through the portal you'll be greeted with a boss battle. The boss itself was really challenging and it did took me a couple tries to finally defeat him. Fun fact, the fish you saw earlier is the boss. Once you defeat the boss you will be teleported back and you'll need to do some walking and boom you'll get the helmet. The helmet itself looks really cool, same goes with the outfits. So the next game takes place in Vehicle Simulator. You will need to find a couple hidden data bytes and put some code and that's really it. The boombox itself is a pretty cool back accessory. Last but not least, the last game takes place in Dungeon Quest, where you have to find 7 or 6 emeralds and do a code like thingy. Once you put the code in the thingy you'll be teleported to a boss battle. The boss itself was fine and you did get a cool toffet for your inventory. Once you got all the prizes you need to stand in the middle of the thingy in the Ready Player 2 hub, and you will be lifted up and be granted with the meter shades. But if you're the first 77 or 777 you'll get the meter crown and headphones. So for the bonus items we got the Ready Player 2 book, which is obtainable by simply joining the Ready Player 2 hub game. Then we got the RB Battles Archer Pack and Battle Pack. Both are free items and are really look promotional items. Next we got the RB Battle Popcorn Bucket, which is obtainable by being chosen on Twitter or put in some special code. And the last bonus item is the Gold Liquor Chain, which is obtainable by voting Tankaba for the RB Battle Began. So the conclusions for the RB Battle event and the Ready Player 2 event. The RB Battle event has a ton of effort put into it considering that they made a whole minigame for it. My only gripes is that it tends to get buggy near the boss battle and also you need to do some decoding, which is really unnecessary considering that mostly kids are playing this event. And for the Ready Player 2 event, the games were found really easily and by day 3 when the event initially released all the games were found. I also really disliked Roblox doing the first random number prize, due to people stressing about being first to get the prize and also people complaining about not being first to get the prize. If I would rate the Ready Player 2 event it would be an 8 out of 10 and same goes for RB Battles. Wow, I can't believe we made it this far. I hope you guys have a great Christmas. Like and subscribe and stay safe.